Health and humankind, the modern man. Guess I better talk before I run out of breath because I'm out of shape. Do have ambitions to get it together and get a little more healthy. But being lazy is much funner. Anyways, so health in the human body, nutrition, exercise, etc., etc. Seems like we're all going to hell, or health-wise. We're losing it. Cancers, diseases. I think we're all just doing it to ourselves. In fact, I guarantee we are. If you go along with the Darwinism and all that, we're breeding ourselves into the disease and poor health. Not to mention, that we're just, with advancements in technology and all that, just not all that, we don't need to be all that ginky. Because we don't have to worry about the saber-toothed tiger biting us in half, or some bears tearing us apart, etc., etc. Ooh, a picnic here. Alright, I guess. Anyway, so anyways, what do we got? So, the way I see it, watching a couple of little National Geographic. Hold on, check this out. Isn't that pretty? Scope it out, folks. Yeah. So I watched a couple of National Geographic shows, which automatically makes me an expert. But they were talking about early man, hominids and all that. And and they're like these little chimp-sized creatures running around. Foraging for food and talking about what they eat and everything. Ooh, let's go swimming. Ugh. Actually, you can see the bottom. The fish. Anyways, what is that? Turtle. Anyway, so the little critters, the hominids, are foraging for food and talking about their diet, which of course is mostly vegetarian, being foragers. Figs and fruits and tubers and roots. But and then they talked about how somehow they got a hold of some meat, and that's how the bigger brains came about. They started eating meat and stuff. But the whole thing is they didn't have the refined sugars and starches back then. And you know, so everything was healthy. Not to mention, you know, life every day was a struggle, and you know, it wasn't easy. So yeah, they're always being attacked by some animals. Not to mention, you know, getting their food. It's not like going to a grocery store. So things are a little different back then. But now, of course, we have all modern conveniences and everything, and no worry about predators except for ourselves, etc., etc. And you know, so we have the leisure time to get all fat and lazy. But you know, we have all kinds of fitness gurus telling us crap. Ugh. Telling us how to you know, live, exercise, eat right. It's like, oh, all that stuff is like, no duh. You know, but what do you call it? You gotta. I think the exercise is really important. Eating right, of course, is too. But like for me, and for instance, I'm a pretty poor health. I got Crisco flowing through my veins, pretty much. Not that I eat a lot of fatty stuff. I'm just very sedentary these days. For one reason or another, but call it. Yeah, I want to get back into my jiu-jitsu. I was in great shape when I was doing jiu-jitsu, like every day, and a bad motherfucker too. Anyway, so yeah, that was my exercise, and I was in pretty good shape. I mean, you know, blood chemistry wise and everything, I was doing good. I mean, there better not be any spiders. Oh, crap. So Jesus. Did I mention I was more coordinated too? This is pretty bad. Pretty pathetic. Lucky you're on that side of the camera. Whoa. This thing's kind of funny. Park bench here, and I guess it used to be full of water, but you know, you think about it now, it's like, who would want to sit there and just look at some dry grass and dirt? Right. Right, so anyways, moving on. Yeah, so, you know, you got, oh, I can jump this, watch. Woohoo! Just kidding. Dang. Look at that. Lazy tree, just couldn't hang on, could you? Probably like wasps and bees and shit in there. They come out and get me. I like these trees here, these bald cypress trees with the roots. See all the roots poking in. I like the roots. They look cool. Oh shit! Well, let's look at roots then. Roots. Yes. Well, I don't think I've really said anything coherent about anything indefinitely, definitely, whatever. What do you call it? But health, yeah, you know, basically, you don't need to spend billions and millions of dollars on these health gurus and stuff. Basically, it's just exercise and eating right. But even if you eat shitty, genetically, it depends, I guess, but even if you're eating crap, as long as you're exercising, you seem to be able to work through that. The whole secret is to get the heart pumping, apparently. Get the heart pumping, and that cures all. Diabetes and what do you call it? High blood pressure, cholesterol, all the big killers get taken care of with exercise and get the heart pumping. That's the secret, I guess. Of course, you know, it makes it easier if you do eat the way you're supposed to. But you know, I think that takes a lot more work than exercise, because you can exercise, make it fun, like here I'm doing this bike ride and get it back into jiu-jitsu, and those are hell of a workouts, and you don't know it because you're having fun. You know, eating though sucks, because who wants to eat twigs and figs and branches off a tree? Nobody. That stuff sucks. So you know, eating is a lot more difficult. So anyway, so my personal problems are I'm lazy. I have bad veins in my brains. I got a vein in the middle of my brain that's about ready to explode, I guess. But it's a vein, so it's a low pressure. It's not like an artery where you know you get to you know, get your heart pumping. You know, there's a lot of pressure backing up in those arteries. That's when in the movies when they're cut their throats or veins, whatever, they cut their wrists, cut their throats, blood's flying everywhere. That's the artery. So the veins are low pressure, and they'll just dribble out. Anyways, I got a weak vessel in the middle of my skull, which is my head, and so that's got me a little worried. Even though the doctors say it's pretty much okay, you know, just be careful. What do you call it? Be careful. You know, just if you get headaches, come see us. It's operable, I guess they said. But at this point, they said they most likely do more damage going in to fix it than would it be worth of what it's doing now, which apparently is nothing. It's about the size of a pea, I guess, the bulge. So I don't know, not a big deal, I guess. But I guess it has me worried. You know, so it would explain a few things. You know, I get kind of dizzy in jiu-jitsu. I get headaches and stuff. Although I said that they diagnosed me with migraines, but a different kind of migraine that not like people who are put down in pain all day long for until it goes away. Mine are fairly painless, but I have I forget what they call it, but basically symptoms without the pain, and that's uncomfortable, I guess, but it's it doesn't really cause me much inconvenience. Okay. This thing is pissing me off. Let's cut this way. Alright. My ass is hurting already. Okay, so what else? So yeah, I need to get my ass back in shape. 40 years old. So that's pretty much it. I don't know. Didn't really talk about much. Or I talked about a lot, but I didn't really say much, I guess. See you find Bigfoot. You see the big feet? Man. I used to ride my bike a lot. After high school, I used to do some trails, probably right at a mile away from my house. It was pretty urban where I lived, and so I had to cross over some pretty busy streets and cut through a neighborhood or two, which was cool. It was a good ride, and I rode hard, getting there, busted super sweat. And then I got to the trails, which was this a long patch of trees and forest that was between a creek and the main road, and the kids are back there and they made some pretty bitchin' trails. I mean, of course, nothing super technical. I'm sure there'd be people, whoa, this is a big deal. But there's some pretty good little dips and turns, and all dirt, mountain biking stuff. And man, we rode those things every day. A lot of fun. And I was using the regular, might as well not be padded seat that came standard with whatever mountain bike you buy, like a good bike. And man, I'm sure my ass was pretty numb back then, but didn't seem to notice like I do now. And I got one of those old man gel squishy seats. Anyways, yeah, I want to go back there. Maybe try to do this, make this a little routine every day. Go riding around a little bit, get the heart pumping, wake it up. So maybe later on tonight it'll give me a minor heart attack and go, hey, what the fuck you doing, buddy? Thought we had a little arrangement. You sit and watch YouTube all day, and I keep you beating, barely. Whoa! Hey, how's it going? Oh look, a solar panel. I'm gonna charge my iPhone. Kind of monitoring device. Whew, man, it must be scorching hot in this little pad during the day. F that. Right. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to lose a little bit of weight, get in a little bit of shape for October, Japan. So I can wear some skinnier clothes. I feel good about myself. Earn my treat of overeating and overindulging while I'm on vacation. That's pretty much it. I'll just keep on recording until the camera dies. About to run out of space on the menu. Let's go down here quick. Well, that was fun. I don't want to be doing that again. Okay. About time to go. It's getting dark. Street signs. Take a left. Oh, straight looks pretty cool. I mentioned lately my ass hurts. Okay. Alright, Bigfoot's gonna come out on this one. Watch. Bigfoot's. I'm tired. Okay, well, I'll turn you off until something cool happens, right? Let's come back, Flanders out.